Are you ready, Mr. Hamilton?
For what?
The night shift. I love nights. The pen pushers and bean counters gone, and the hospital is ours. Well, I'm on site and on call should you need me, but I trust you won't. Must be a quiet night.
This is, it's for my neck.
I really don't care what it's for, Mr. Hamilton, as long as your ward doesn't need you.
No, everything's absolutely fine. I had an emergency fasciotomy and my rounds are in 10.
These zero stay figures need justifying. They make the procedures look unnecessary, you see. So I've separated the general surgery numbers from the orthopedics numbers, and I need you to account for that column there, please. Have you heard of an American called Arthur Taub?
No.
I'd look him up.
She has to go into theatre.
Bev, don't. Please, please. If anything happens, you know I'll look after her.
OK. Excuse me, please.
Sorry.
Thank you. Is this your fasciotomy?
She keeps vomiting blood.
What's the history?
She presented with a broken wrist, bone bleeding compartment syndrome. I operated and she vomited blood in recovery.
Did you scan?
I booked one, but she went into septic shock.
Did you examine the upper arm, too?
No.
No, because she has compartment syndrome here, too, and you missed it. Get her prepped, please. Missing the swelling in the upper arm is a common error, and that's why you should know about it.
Yes.
Never lose sight of the bigger picture. You the ward nurse?
Yeah.
Then you're surplus to requirements in theatre. If I took my eye off the ball, Mr. Hamilton, I'd ask myself why. Suction, would you please? Retractors. Good. Perforated. There's your sepsis. We'll have to do a thinning and mobilize the duodenum. More suction, please. Pax. All right, we'll get to your arm in a minute. Right, focus. While I kosherize the duodenum, you retract the liver. You can recognize the liver, can you?
Which way?
Your left, my right. Good. IVC and portal vein. Don't seem to be hosing out of the pancreas anymore. More proline, please.
So I just stay here?
You do. All right. I'll need a Robinson drain and silk. If I say sushi to you, what do you think of?
Fish?
Sushi is, in fact, a word for rice. It used to take 10 years to train a sushi chef. BP?
113/80.
Nobody seems to want to put the time in anymore. Probably too busy choosing their next holiday. Did you read up on Dr. Taub?
No.
He was part of a delegation looking at acupuncture in China. No, not retracting, there's necrosis.
I'll step in if you're done.
Uh-huh. He called it nonsense with needles.
Saline wash, please.
I really didn't think I'd have to look out for you, Mr. Hamilton. I always thought you were reliable. Boring, but reliable. And if you're the sort of man who would rather have pins stuck into him than spend his time examining patients properly, then I may have to revise that view. It's not hard, is it? If you're not on the rota, you can't treat patients. It's not legal and you're not insured. Oh, are you above the law?
I was here doing my audit. When the patient came in, I helped.
Where were you?
Not on the ward at that precise moment.
I was asleep in the on-call room.
I promised I'd wake her up if anyone came in. I got caught up in the moment.
Is that what happened with the female gunshot victim? You got caught up in the moment?
The patient said she was pregnant. The trauma team will back that up.
Well, it still has to be investigated.
We saved that woman's life. Oh, it's for you.
You're strangely silent, Miss Shah. Are you happy for Mr. Douglas to do your talking?
No, I have no excuses. It shouldn't have happened.
Is it really necessary?
Yes, Mr. Douglas, rules are necessary. Both matters will be subject to formal procedures.
Is that it? Is that our hearing? This stinks.
He could be struck off.
It is a formal, independent process, and I cannot be the judge.
I'm asking you to let it go.
Why? A man who makes up his own rules is a danger to the public.
But he's a committed surgeon. You'd be wasting his training.
Turn a blind eye.
To him, working off shift, yes.
On one condition.
What?
You act like a manager. See, what it looks like from the upper circle is that he's smitten with you. Is that what you want your colleagues to see?
Is everything okay?
Why are you still here?
To make sure you're all right.
I don't need you to.
Right, this is very touching, but I think we should take it outside, please.
I'd like it to be noted that I want to be on a different shift pattern from Mr. Douglas.
What?
If we are here at the same time, I'll be on CTU, so we shouldn't need to cross paths.
I'll pass it on to your consultants.
Is this some weird pound of flesh I don't know about?
This is exactly what it sounds like, Greg. You shouldn't be here, and I don't want you here. So go.